Hi, you're listening to An Unruly Life, a podcast for people navigating change, reinvention, and the space between who they were and who they're becoming. I'm Rebecca Peabody, author, cultural historian, and coach. I help thinkers and creatives find clarity, confidence, and new possibilities. Today's episode is a special one. It's the first one, and the first in an ongoing conversation about reimagining the post-Ph.D. career with a special focus on professionalization, careers beyond academia, and entrepreneurship. The format is a little different from what you might expect from a podcast and from the way this podcast will usually sound. I organized a panel conversation at the most recent American Studies Association conference. If you're an academic, you'll know that those kinds of conversations can be amazing, but they're also ephemeral, there for the benefit of the speakers and a select audience, and then gone once the session ends. I wanted to capture this one for a broader audience, so I had it recorded, and I'm really pleased to be able to share it with you here. Even if the format is a bit different, the content is right in line with one of my core missions, which is creating community and an expanded sense of possibility through sharing our stories with each other. And there are some great stories here. We'll dive into the recording just as the panelists are introducing themselves, so I'll give a little background here just to set the scene. First, how I fit into this story. I have a joint Ph.D. in the history of art and African American studies from Yale University, and am currently head of research projects and academic outreach at the Getty Research Institute in Los Angeles, California. I've spent 15 years now straddling the divide between academic and non-academic careers, with considerable time spent at the hiring table in both capacities. I've also maintained a separate entrepreneurial career where I publish, consult for universities and other organizations, and run a one-on-one coaching business. I have a deep interest, a passion even, for sharing the wisdom I've acquired over the years, and I'm committed to saving Ph.D. students and emerging professionals from reinventing all of the wheels, so they can use that energy instead to go out and change the world, or to enjoy their lives and their time outside of work a little bit more. If you found it helpful, please consider leaving a review. And to stay in touch, you can find me at Rebecca Peabody on LinkedIn and Instagram, or RebeccaPeabody.com on the web. Let's stay in touch, and I'll see you next time.